If you're enjoying the Cat, Newnan's hit music station, then you're going to enjoy Newnan Time with Harold. Why? Because Newnan Time with Harold is also a cat. Okay, well, no. But I am a grown man who wears cat ears. Okay, no, not that either. That's kind of weird. But I am a grown man who wears a cat costume without the ears. Okay, that's not true. I'm not a furry. Just a dude. But if you like the cat, then you'll like a grown man who has two cats. And sometimes those cats meow really loudly while he's recording his podcast, Newnan Podcast with Harold, which you can listen to right now just by searching Newnan Podcast with Harold in any of the places you find your favorite podcast. It's a new day, Newnan. Ooh, I'm a scary ghost. Yes, it is. And it is your boy, the man you love, the guy who is flying on by. Newnan Time with Harold. And I do gotta tell you that I love you. It's been a bit. It's been a week since the last we spoke. Since the last we spaketh. I'm sort of like getting it all out of my system, these episodes where I record by myself, because the pressure is on for me to start interviewing people again. This used to be like our main way of doing podcasts, is I'd have a citizen, or I'd have my friend Harriet, or my girlfriend Hanley, or Sharpsburg Sam. They'd come on here and we'd talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And I'll tell you what, it was a lot easier. But it's more pressure, right? Like, I know that if I'm going to record a podcast, it's going to be as good as I am. And I have some confidence I have confidence in Harold. I have confidence in rain. I have confidence that spring will come again. Besides what you see, I have confidence in me. What is that from? Sound of Music? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? One of those things. Maybe not Mary Poppins, maybe? Something like that. But I have confidence that if I sit down here and I start recording, something is going to happen that will be slightly entertaining. Because if I look at my stats for the Newnan Podcast with Harold, we're doing a lot better now than we were doing when we did interviews. But I also think it just took time. We have been posting, we did our first podcast May 13th of last year. And we have done it every single week since then, sometimes more than one episode a week. I think we're at 38, this is 39 official episodes, but we have bonus episodes and things like that. So it's over 40 episodes, which is pretty good. You know, for a budding podcast, it's pretty neat to have that many. That's a good amount, so I'm happy with that. But when I have interviews and I'm going to sit down with somebody, I'm not as confident in myself that I can help guide someone to be entertaining as I am in just me talking by myself. If I'm talking by myself, guess what I can do? I can edit out the crap that is horrible. Do I ever edit out my crap? I don't, ever. I just leave it. And I say, you know what? This is going to be good enough. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try editing these podcasts. I'll edit it if like my chair's really loud. Let's see if I can make my chair be loud. See that noise? Did you hear it? Did you see and hear that noise? Like, typically I would edit out that loud noise, but I'm not going to this time because that was for an example. So I will edit it and I will try to keep it crisp. But when I have interviews, I feel bad editing it. I feel like I shouldn't take out, because I don't want to change the context of what somebody says. So I'll hit record and I'll keep everything in there unless at the end the person I'm interviewing says, hey, can you take this out? Then I will take it out. But typically, I just keep going. I just keep going. Anyways, we're going to be changing our format, though. We're going to start getting some more interviews in here, because there are a lot of people who, now that they see that I'm doing a good job, they want to be part of the podcast world. And we can do that. We can add people and make them part of our world. Part of your world. I'll tell you what sucks. You know what sucks? I have had to swap back to my old insulin pumps. Why does that matter? Why do you care about it? You know, you probably don't, but this is my personal podcast. as well as it is a podcast about Newnan, as well as it is about my mustache. And it is important for me to talk about myself. And myself is going through something stressful. And I had to swap back to my old insulin pumps. Typically, I have the Dexcom G7 and the Omnipod 5, which are the best on the market for managing diabetes. It doesn't get better than that unless you have an artificial pancreas inserted in your body, baby. So, going from the best to insurance causing some issues and saying, hey, guess what? We can't cover that right now. You're going to have to figure something else out. Is stressful. I'm a little stressed. Sorry I got distracted. I just got a text from Hanley that said, puzzle necklace? ? And I don't know what that means. And I'm worried that if I record about it, that it's going to end up being something like really sexy or really like important. And it's going to be bad that I'm making fun of it right now. So potentially I'm going to go back and delete this. Maybe she didn't mean to send it to me. I don't know what puzzle necklace means. She just said, puzzle necklace? ? I don't know what that means. I'm probably being a bad boyfriend and I should remember what it means, but I don't know what a puzzle necklace is. So we'll see. Anyways, my point was that diabetes and insurance companies are the dumbest of all the things, and I am not happy with either of them. If I have to pay out of pocket for my insulin pumps, it's $400 for a month. I don't have that kind of money anymore. I had that kind of money, and I didn't have insurance, and I spent a lot of that money on making sure I had the best care I could have. And the amount of money I have spent on medical care is ridiculous. It is as ridiculous as a puzzle necklace. Whatever that means. Anyways, today we are talking about escape rooms because exciting news, which I've been looking, right, to find like an official announcement that this is actually happening because it's so exciting. But I have yet to find the official announcements, but it's on their website, so I do believe that it is happening. But cool thing is happening, my friends. There is an escape room coming to Newnan. That's right. Lock City, which specializes in rage rooms right now, is bringing escape rooms to Newnan. This will be the first time we have escape rooms in Newnan. But if you go to their website, lockcityescapes.com, and you click our attractions, and you click escape rooms, it's going to take you to choose an adventure. And it says Newnan, Georgia, or Carrollton, Georgia. Carrollton, Georgia, already there, already established. They've got 4 different rooms that you can do. But they also now have a Newnan, Georgia button. And when you click Newnan, Georgia, it takes you to 265 Temple Avenue, Newnan, Georgia, 30263. This is over where the amazing Cuts and Comics is located now, and where Crooks, one of the Crooks marketplaces, the one that's not a liquor store, is located. And they have 2 games that are currently being set up. Firstly is The Cover-Up. Difficulty 2 out of 5. Recommended for 2 to 10 players. Game duration 60 minutes. It says the game is currently in the production phase. Blueprints are drawn, technology is being fabricated, and props have been purchased. We do not have a release date for this game, but check back frequently as this will be the next escape room we release. Coming soon. It says there's a book now button. Let's see what it takes us to if you click book now. Page not found. Dang it. I was hoping it might give us some hints as to when it should open if we click book now. But it does not. Secondly, and this is the game that I think sounds more fun, is the Museum of Oddities. And it's got a picture of some weird like little cabinet. Oh, and the cover-up photo is a spaceship flying in the sky. The Museum of Oddities, it's like a weird little dresser drawers. I don't know. It's very interesting. If you go to lockcityescapes.com, you will see Museum of Oddities. And it says, this game is currently under development. Due to the high-tech thematic nature of our games, we cannot provide release dates. From intricate electronic systems to custom-made furniture and props, all of our games are painstakingly crafted by our development team. So rest assured the wait will be worth it. Game duration 60 minutes, recommended 2 to 10 players. Once again, difficulty 3 out of 5. So that one is a little bit tougher than the other, it seems. But that's really exciting because I am a big escape games fan. I worked for Mastermind Escape Games in Peachtree City for close to a year. The pay was garbage, so I stopped. And the hours were rough because they keep you on call, which means you may not get to come and work and make any money at all, or you may come and work all day and make $11 an hour. So it just was not worth it to do it that way. I needed something better. And I have something better now. But at the time, and it was a great job. I talk about it on episode 10 of the Newnan podcast with Harold, is the escape rooms. I think, what is my episode called? Episode 10, Newnan Escape Room, where I talk about the escape room in Peachtree City and Mastermind. And I create some new ideas for a Newnan escape room, which... this was recorded in July of last year, and now we're getting an escape room by Lock City. When is it going to happen? I don't know. Is it going to happen? Yeah, it's going to happen, baby. And that's super exciting. Now, while you wait on that, what should you do? How should your time be spent? That is a very good question. Well, I would say your time should be spent at the escape room in Peachtree City. Mastermind. Yes, I do not work there anymore. I am gone. I am goodbye, yellow brick road, till the dogs of society howl. You can't have me in escape rooms. I'm gonna win and say, wow. Back home because I just escaped a room. I won, I am the best. When I finally find where my future lies, beyond the mastermind test. Oh, beautiful singing. Wow, such good singing. So proud of me. So good. You should go and try it. Now, I'll preface things as such. It's expensive. $32 a person is a lot of money to spend for 1 hour of entertainment. Like, if you think of any other example, you can't really think of an example of spending... like, that's the amount of money for a crappy concert. Not like a major person's concert, but the concerts, like, let's say I'm going to go see some pop punk band, and they're going to have mosh pits and all that. Then there you go. Probably around that cost. Let's say you're going to go to, I don't know how much Six Flags is. Six Flags, probably around that cost. But for all those things, you get hours and hours and hours of entertainment. $32 for 1 hour of entertainment is a lot of money. So you can't just do it on the norm. You've got to kind of save it for something special. I'm sleepy. But is it worth doing for something special? 100%. It is worth doing. If you have an hour and you've got some money, if you've got some spending money and you're like, because really $30 is going out to eat once or twice. Maybe twice if you're not going somewhere too expensive. So just be like, you know what, I'm not going to do this week. I'm not going to go out to eat twice. Instead, I'm going to save up for this escape room. Because I guess that's what it's compared to. Usually when you go eat, you're going to be there around an hour. If you get drinks and leave a tip, you're talking around $30 a person. It could be around that for eating if you go somewhere kind of nice. Escape rooms are more fun than going out to eat. That is for sure. So, what can you do over at Mastermind Escape after you spend your $32? Well, here are the rooms available. And I will let you know that they are all fun, except for the one I haven't done. Again, I worked here, so I understand how they work. But they have a new one that they added since I quit working there that I have not played. We tried to play it on Saturday, but it was sold out. So instead, we went and did Bank Heist, which is a room that when I worked there, I never could figure out. So it was the one I didn't have an advantage on. So that was fun. So here's what you got. Games at our Peachtree City, Georgia location for Escape Games, Mastermind Escape Games. That's what it's called. MastermindEscapeGames.com. You can book online. Cabin in the Woods. That is your first option. That is a 35% escape rate. While hiking through the hills of Kentucky, you get lost and come across an old man named Tiller Cuffman. He's sitting on the front porch of his cabin. He invites you in for a drink and convinces you to stay and rest while he leaves for a bit. Not long after, you realize you've been locked in the cabin. You have 1 hour to escape before old Tiller returns. This one is spooky. Like, it's dark and the noises are scary and there's some jump scares, but it's fun as hell. Really good one, but it is definitely a scarier one. This is the one I haven't done. This is called Dracula. New room. You dare to enter Dracula's dark and mysterious castle, but little did you know that the doors would be locked behind you and you'd be placed under his spell. In order to escape, you must first find Dracula in his resting place and destroy him. You have 1 hour before he awakes at dusk, or you will most certainly become his next delicious victim. That has a 40% escape rate, so a little bit better than Cabin, but not by much. Bank heist. You have joined a notorious crime syndicate and your mob boss has a job for you to prove your worth. Rob a bank. You only have 60 minutes to acquire as much cash as you can find from the vault before the cops arrive. Can you escape? More importantly, how much loot can you get first? That's got a 15% escape rate, which means it is the toughest room of them all, but we did beat it, so that was cool. We had a good group of 5 people and we figured it out. It's just a lot to do, and it's tight spaces, and there's a lot of keys, and it's hard to keep track of everything. That's the problem with Bank Heist, is there's just so much to do, but we did it. Coming up next, with a 20% escape rate, and what I consider the hardest room in the whole place. I watched so many people fail to escape it. Zombie Survival Run. The world is a post-apocalyptic zombie wasteland. You and your friends are out on a supply run when a massive horde of zombies swarms you. You manage to barricade yourselves inside a convenience store, but it won't take the zombies long to break through. You have to gather supplies, find a way to send a signal for help, and get onto the rooftop for pickup before the zombies break through your barricade. 20% escape rate. Like I said, this one is hard. There's multiple rooms. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of math. There's a lot of backtracking. Zombie Survival Run is what I consider the toughest. But if that's the escape rate is 20% versus 15%, then I guess it's not as tough as Bank. But you got to think differently, and that's what makes them tougher. Like in Bank, everything makes sense. It is what would make sense for robbing a bank and thinking of like passcodes and stuff like that. Zombie Survival Run and some of these other ones with these supernatural elements to them, you got to think a little outside the box, and that's a little tougher. With that said, Sorcerer's Secret is your final escape room option. It has a 45% escape weight. 45% escape weight. You arrive at your uncle's magic shop to investigate his mysterious disappearance. It's up to you to foil an evil sorcerer's plot against him and escape his magic lair before you suffer the same curse that befell your uncle. This one's got a lot of magical elements to it. So you have to think, again, like I was saying, outside the box. I won't give you, I'm not going to tell you how to escape. But it's the easiest room. It is good for kids. A really good one for kids. Not very scary. Anyways, those are your escape room options. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Hair Bear. Oh, Harry Berry. What if it sucks? What if I get there and it sucks? Am I going to be able to hold you accountable? As I often do when it comes to talking about businesses, is I want to tell you the Google review score. And out of almost 14,000 reviews, that's not 1,400, 14,000. Mastermind is sitting at 5 stars. Ooh, I don't even know how that's, I don't know how it works. But that means there's enough 5-star reviews to make it where its average is 5 stars. That is crazy good. 5 stars out of almost 14,000 people. And I think it's deserved. They do a great job. When you're in there, one of the employees will be on a headset and they'll be on a microphone and stuff, and they'll be able to help you a few times as you're playing along. But they take pictures, they take videos, you get to see all that stuff. It's a cool experience, and the 5 stars is very well deserved. Again, should I work there? No, I should not work there. I'm a grown man. I need more money than they're going to be able to give me. Should young people work there that are getting started? Absolutely. Great job for that age range. Great fun. I am all about escape rooms. And if you want to know what kind of escape rooms I think Newnan needs, remember to check out episode 10. Search Newnan Podcast with Harold. Search episode 10. Title is Newnan Escape Room. And you can hear me discuss for 20 minutes what are some themed Newnan escape rooms I think we should have. You know what I'm going to go after, man. You know how I am. You know how it is. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and stay real slim and sexy. Puzzle necklace.